All right. In three, two, one.
Yeah, well, good try.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, welcome. Let's see. Let's get back on the stream here. All right, we're going to officially announce right now that we have a Patreon. I'm working on getting together a Buy Me a Coffee link right now. Both of these links will be in the description and will be on the channel. Oh, someone just joined the call. Okay. Who was that?
Me, Christian.
Oh, hello. Good timing. We're announcing the Patreon. Hi, this is Christian. Okay, so Patreon. We have four tiers at $1, $2, $3, and $30. More
Wait,
tiers.
wait, wait, wait.
Oh, I know, but I got to give a little prelude though. Okay,
Okay.
the tiers. This just things are subject to change with the tiers right now because some of the things that we're going to be setting up aren't ready yet. Um, So for right now, it's very basic. There's one big promotion going on at our $30 level. We'll talk more about that, but expect changes to this very soon. The things that we're talking about may not be active at the time you see this video, but they will be active soon.
So, and I just want to throw out there, uh, we uploaded our podcast yesterday, and this would probably seem really premature for a lot of people to upload and start doing a Patreon, but we've gotten such a positive feedback on our podcast within the last 24 hours. And we have dreams of this being bigger, and you guys have made us really excited to get us getting bigger.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'll check right now at our analytics. Last I looked, they were great. Yeah, we have 325 views, and we're sitting on how many?
Upwards of 50 subs,
Yeah,
which
over
is
over 50 subs. Which that is just phenomenal.
ridiculous for a 24-hour time span.
54 subscribers. Yeah, it's just about to be 24 hours since our initial upload. So that's awesome. Anyways, Tom, if you want to take it on and let's see what we're looking at here for benefits.
So you guys are gonna, obviously, if you're looking at Patreon, you're looking at giving us some money, and of course, the question that you guys are all gonna have is, what are y'all gonna do with this cash money? And the first thing that we would like to do is just some slight improvements in production. That might be some better recording software, or just for some of us that have terrible, terrible mics, we might get some people some cheap mics that their audio quality is better. So then we'll move on to number two, which is debatably the most important. We're going to take that first month's donation out of the bank, let David roll in it, and then we're going to redeposit it. And
I'm gonna
we're going
make
to
it
get,
real stinky.
yeah, but that's like not our problem. That's the bank's problem.
Exactly.
Uh,
Fuck the
but
banks.
we will have pictures of David rolling in a kiddie pool of like what, $2 probably.
Yeah, peep that on mine and Northeast Cryptid Removal Organization's OnlyFans.
Right? Yeah. You'll get that link as part of the Patreon.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, so that's the second thing. But the main thing is our third point, and this is something that we're really excited about. We want to make sure that whatever money you give us, at least half of it, we're going to put into a pool, and then monthly or quarterly, it kind of depends on how much money's flowing in. We are going to have a sit down, and of course this will be all recorded. You guys will not be like on the outside looking in, but the 50% of these funds are going to get reinvested into local rail groups, museums, or even restoration projects. Because we all love the same stuff you guys do. We want to make sure that we are supporting the community and moving things forward. So you're not just donating this to us because you like us. You're donating this because you can have faith that the money's going to go somewhere where it's actually going to make a difference.
And most of that difference is Bojangles Chicken. Please sponsor me.
Uh, Excuse me, I don't have that up here in the North Country,
Yeah,
so
must be rough,
we're
buddy.
gonna. It's a sad time.
All right, on to the next little point here.
So, what's in it for you guys? And this is where David and I are going to have some talking, because some of the stuff is just straight up not going to be active yet. So let's start with our first and lowest tiers, what you will always get. So we're planning on having just some like little bonus episodes here and there, because as much as I'm trying to make us follow a schedule, which we do have quote unquote season one schedule kind of ironed out. Um, we are fairly chaotic with our interests, so expect, we don't know how often yet. We probably have to put that in stone, but you're going to have the opportunity to catch a lot of weird, off the wall, still train related videos. Um, and the ones that aren't scheduled as part of our season, you'll have access to 90 days before YouTube.
So, pretty soon we're going to be doing the first special. I know we're recording, I think, tomorrow, which will be the 26th. I don't know when YouTube's is going to get it. And then next week we'll be recording again. Somewhere we'll try to squeeze in a bonus episode. The first one will go directly to YouTube. It's going to be a free teaser for everyone to get you guys interested, see what's going on. Um,
And that episode looks to be really promising. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but I can tell you that it's actually something that I'm planning on learning from. It's an area of the hobby that I'm not super well versed in, and so I'm really looking forward to it. We have our own expert that's going to be coming in and telling us about a really cool facet of the hobby that some people are absolute nerds about, and other people are just lost.
yeah, it'll be good stuff. So how it's gonna work, if you're in the tiers on our Patreon, is when we put an episode out, you will get a link to an unlisted YouTube video. I'm gonna follow in Justin Rosniak's footsteps. If you really gotta pirate it, do what you gotta do, man. But it's like it's $1. Um, so after 90 days, the video will just be made public. I'm not really interested in putting this podcast on Spotify or anything like that. I really would rather keep it to YouTube, and it would just make things simpler to keep it there. Um, Bonus episodes, ideally, if we're really rolling good, twice a week. I doubt that'll ever happen, or not twice a
Oh,
week.
hell
Sorry,
no.
sorry, twice a month. That's
There we go. That
Uh,
sounds a pain.
that's the shooting for the stars. If we get one a month, I'll be pretty happy. So 3 months down the line, you should see a video trickling in every month, and hopefully at least one new one going on to Patreon, ideally two. Um, and that's something
And
that
I
we will
know,
continue to go forward with.
yeah, and we should just reiterate. Yeah, we know that's inconsistent, but you're also paying us $1.
That's $1, and you're really cute. I mean, someone cute, generous like you wouldn't mind, right?
So let's move on to our next reward. We're gonna set up a private Discord server.
But not
So you
this one. You can't join this one unless you're like really
know,
cool. That tier's coming later. But
yeah,
there will be a public Discord server that everybody is free to join, and then there will be a Patreon only server. I have yet to make either of these, but
right.
I will get around to it.
But the fact of the matter is, you guys will have a direct form of contact with us. So if you guys have ideas for episodes or want clarification on something that we said in an episode, or just to like viciously make fun of us, you guys have that access for just a couple dollars.
Oh, we have an email now. It's tpwcaofficial@gmail.com.
So you ready to move to the next one?
Let's move it on.
All right. We're gonna try and do Q&As monthly.
Theoretically, no promises on how soon this gets started. I will catalog all the questions that we receive. Um,
And no promises if we will answer everything.
oh, absolutely, that's a given. But we'll do what we
Yeah.
can. Like no promises on when this starts or how often these will roll out. Ideally monthly, if we could really keep it rolling. If we could do one of these every 2 weeks, like do Q&A and then 2 weeks later do the
Yeah,
special. That would be phenomenal. I have children. Everybody in our organization has jobs and hobbies and families, so it's not a guarantee, but we will be doing our best.
yeah, yeah. We're here. Honestly, we're here for the fun of this. So, and we're glad that you guys are coming along for the fun.
Okay,
So this last one is actually the coolest tier that we have right now.
before we
Um,
even get into it, there is
yeah,
only one train car a month. I don't care if 5,000 of you join. One car a month. Tom is but a man.
yes, and I do still enjoy doing this for myself, and I don't want to grind it into the ground for myself. But I do enjoy weathering freight cars, so we're going to be doing this. If you're in this tier, you're going to be entered to win a weathered freight car from us, either an HO or N scale. Um, if you win, I will probably reach out to you and ask kind of what era you like to model.
We'll
That
make
way,
sure we get you something you can use.
right?
And
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you don't really know, or if you don't really model and you just want something real cool, man, you can get a display case for like $8 on eBay. Put this thing up
Yeah.
on the shelf, and it is going to be the coolest thing on the shelf.
Yep. So that's one thing, and we'll be in contact with you. Now, what I will say about this is because it is one freight car a month. If you enter this tier of the Patreon sooner than everybody else, the odds are you're getting the freight car.
This is very true. And now we can make adjustments if this thing blows up. If we're starting to get 10, 20 people a month into this, um,
I will make more than one freight car. I
there's more than
promise.
one person in our organization that can weather is another big thing. Um, my man's Christian that's sitting here with his mic muted. Absolutely phenomenal sound and DCC installer. So you can keep an eye out, you model geeks out there. There could be some really interesting special giveaways here on Patreon sometimes. Um,
Yeah. Yep. And that's just it. It's this Patreon. It's a way for you guys to give us funds, but it's going to be a cool way for us to give funds back. Not just to the museums, but honestly, I think some of these giveaways are going to be really cool.
yeah,
So
it's
then
going to be real nice.
our last thing is what we've already mentioned. Your Patreon dollars could just go right back to a museum near you.
I'm telling you, Hartford and
Um,
Slocum 913 at TVRM sure does need some paint. I'm telling you, it needs some paint.
well, and I will always say the Pure Marquette 1225 needs something or another.
More than
Uh,
likely.
and it's not to say that every group that we give back is going to be chosen by us. If you guys have a really cool group that you guys want to see us consider, man, throw it out there.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
absolutely
we're
something, and
we're going to be looking
we'll be
we're
sharing
going to
like
be looking for this
fundraisers.
stuff.
Hey, one at a time, sir.
Ah,
No, you go ahead.
well, it's just one of those things. I like the idea of this for a couple reasons. I think that number one, it's gonna get a lot of exposure to some of these museums that are doing cool projects. And it's gonna let us know about some, and it's gonna allow us to advertise for that museum um, when we know they have a cool project. So we're looking forward to really donating to the museums. I think that that's probably the coolest thing that we can do with this money.
Hey, Comrade Tom. Speaking of cool things to do with railroad organizations, why don't you show them the next slide?
So you guys are probably asking, well, what are we doing first? Are you guys going to hold a poll or anything? No, we already have a big dream. We think it's probably the coolest project that's going on in the U.S. rail community right now.
I'm putting a
Uh,
communist flag on a steam engine wheel.
yes, he is. We would like to sponsor the T1 Trust. We would like to sponsor a wheel for the 5550.
Yeah, we actually
Um,
I think we're just probably going to go with tpwca or something on there. I don't know, but Yeah, this would be really
Yeah,
cool. I mean, they're building a brand new steam locomotive from scratch, and I barely can build dinner at night from scratch. So, it's pretty
yeah,
impressive.
it's quite an accomplishment. If you guys have not checked out the 5550 T1 Trust, that's something that I recommend looking at.
I have contributed
Um,
to this trust on more than one occasion.
yeah, it's very cool. They've built so I believe they acquired a freight tender, which is pretty much the same make and model as the Pennsylvania
It's
used
close enough.
on the T1s. They just needed to add the streamlining to it. They are in the middle of building this massive boiler.
It's
And
it's
it's
unreal.
huge. They,
I did not think that this was possible at all, and I
no,
have literally
no.
seen part after part after part for this thing get built, and it's unbelievable.
I thought this was, I mean, I thought this was a pipe dream. It is not. They've got a cab. They've got the front cowl. There's some people that had parts for the T1s that they stole off in the scrap yards that they've donated back. They're starting, I believe, they're starting on the frame right now.
They had
Um,
to completely redesign the frame too because you basically cannot get anything that big casted anymore.
Yeah, so they're doing CNC cutting and they're welding it. It's a massive accomplishment. These guys, all of us really admire them. They've got far more dedication and far more experience, and just they're really cool. So we really admire what they're doing, and we would love the opportunity to put our name on one of the drivers. Um, and so that's kind of cool. And if you're backing our Patreon, when 5550 is out there running and you get to go see it somewhere at an exhibit, you guys get to go look for the driver that says tpwca on it, and you know that is some of your Patreon dollars.
Lick the wheel. I want you to go up to the wheel. I want you to lick the wheel.
David, did we have a demon enter our chat, or
Lick the wheel.
All right. I think that's about it, though. We'll keep this kind of short and sweet to the point.
yeah,
Um,
as David says, I got kids.
yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock, dude. I gotta be up for work at like 5 in the morning. Um,
Don't have to be up that early, but I still have to be up early.
Okay, quick advertisements. Train pictures with chaotic auras. There is an Etsy for there. I don't have much on it right now, but I am
Do have
going to
some
reload it
cool
with
ass
some stuff.
stickers.
Big plans for that. But I will eventually link the Etsy store to the YouTube descriptions for all of this bullshit. Patreon link will be in there. I will be adding a buy me a coffee link. We will use it for beer and model train parts. Um,
Mainly the second.
Yeah, Be Gay, Do Crime, the superelevators.bandcamp.com. Tom has an eBay that we will eventually be linking on stuff when he has stuff for
Yeah,
sale.
eventually have stuff listed.
He paints trains, good stuff. Christian, as I said, is probably one of the best sound and decoder installers on earth. The man makes amazing models, and I will be linking an email or something, maybe, whatever I need to do to get y'all in touch with him if you have any modeling needs.
Yeah, if he decides to do a DCC install contest with sound, I will actually probably back our own Patreon to try and get that because he does some awesome work, and I'm just
That's a
poor.
real weird way of saying you want to buy me a beer.
I mean, hey,
Oh, Christian, you got
there's
anything else?
Or we could do like a 3D printed enclosure giveaway or something even. for
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
that'd be
tiers or
really
something
good.
like
The first thing
yeah,
we're gonna do is spend our money to get him a better microphone. That was rough.
yeah. See, that's what I was talking about with production costs, people.
Yeah. Everybody, please donate to the Patreon. I will be adding an $8 tier to buy Christian headphones. Oh, all right.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill this recording, and then we can talk.
All right.